Robert, in the last fight, Angel and Isaac Cruz, they gave an amazing fight, one of the best fights of the year. Here we go for the second one. If you could talk to us a little bit without giving us any game plan, what holes have you guys been able to see in Pitbull Cruz's, game?
Pitbull is the fighter that we all know, that we all enjoy watching. We all enjoy watching his wars because he always puts up great fights. But he's always shown, he's never showed us anything different. Just great heart, good power, great style. I think with Fierro, he's got little things that we added that could make a big difference. I think the fight's gonna be a war again, but just little things that we added with a little bit of footwork, some combinations that we're gonna use that could make a big difference in the fight.
So is it fair to say that this fight is gonna be a little bit more of a tactical fight?
No, I think it's gonna be a war. I think it's gonna be a war with just a little bit, like I said, just a few combinations, a little bit of footwork, maybe things that we added to Fierro that I know he could take advantage of it for the fight. I don't see much changing from Pitbull. I think Pitbull's that type of fighter that's gonna come to make the fight into a war. Just little things that I added with on Fierro's style that could make a difference.
Robert, talk to us a little bit about this past weekend's fight. Shakur, Stevenson, Cepeda. What are your thoughts on that fight, and what did you think about Shakur's performance?
I think Shakur had a great performance. He did what he had to do. He proved the world that he's not just a runner, like everybody was criticizing him for. He fought great. He stayed in the pocket, made Cepeda miss a lot and landed a lot of punches. I think Shakur is one of the best fighters in the world.
Absolutely. In his post-fight, he said he was tired of the people asking him the same question, who he wants to fight next. He said, you guys know who I want to fight next. I want the Tank Davis fight.
Well, look, Tank just was lined up to fight in August, and I don't think he's going to fight anymore. He's got personal problems. Shakur could fight the other champion, which is Raymond Muratalla. That's my fighter. We would love that fight too. I just said it. Right now, Shakur's one of the best fighters in the world, but I love those challenges. That's why guys like Bam, they like to challenge the best in the world. Virgil Ortiz wants to challenge the best in the world. Raymond also wants to get those challenges too. He wants to get his name up there. So that's an easy fight to make. We could just sit down and make that happen.
Absolutely. A lot of people said the same thing you just said. The Tank Davis fight. Falling off with Roach. Shakur said he also mentioned Roach in talks. He said he would be down to fight Roach in a fight.
Roach deserves a title opportunity. If the Tank fight's not happening, yeah, even myself with Raymond, I already talked to the people that manage Roach's career about that. Hopefully we could finalize something.